And welcome back. It's now 6:37 on the clock. Continuing our coverage of Hurricane Michael, we're going to go take it back out now to Courtney Chandler and Mike Gerspan, who are both standing by at the Visitor Center in Dothan. And guys, what are current weather conditions out there right now where you are?
Hey, good morning, Tanya. The current conditions right now is currently raining right here on the west side of Dothan. It's kind of been on and off in the past hour or so. As you can see, it's kind of starting to brighten up here in our area here in the city of Dothan, and we're starting to see more cars on the roadway right now. I'm gonna kind of step out the view so you can maybe see. You see a couple cars moving, down that way toward Restaurant Road there, and they're moving back toward past Westgate Parkway. We're still seeing a lot of cars speeding. I don't know if you can hear in the background, Tanya, but we can hear a car, literally the motor of the car speeding off just from the green light. So like we advised you earlier, please, if you are on these roadways, please be safe. These roadways are very, very slippery. They're very wet. So please make sure that you are driving cautiously on the roadway, because you don't want to hydroplane. It's definitely in these type of conditions here today. So like you said, it is starting to rain here in this in the area that we're in currently right now. The roadways are still very slippery and wet. So make sure you're staying cautious on the roadway this morning. And if you don't have to get out, then please stay in home and be cautious of this weather. We're live here on the west side of Dothan. Courtney Chandler, WDHN News 18.
All right, thanks, Courtney, for that live report. And we're going to send it over to Ben Stanfield, who's sitting. It's going to interview with Steve Hicks. He's the city manager of Donaldsonville, Georgia. So, Ben.
Tanya, thank you so much. It is 6:39 on official News 18 time. Steve Hicks, good morning to you, sir.
Hey, Ben. How you doing? City
manager of Donaldsonville. You guys are in the path today. And how are preparations going in your area right now?
Well, we saw this thing bearing down on us. We combined all our resources with Seminole County and the city of Donaldsonville to just basically prepare, get ready for the event. We had kind of a little bit of practice run a few months back with the previous hurricane that went through, so we were able to combine those sources and kind of activate all our supplies, sources, and our resources to be ready for the event. And then once it's done, then we're ready to go out and help wherever needed. Yeah,
everybody kind of got that spring training type scenario a while back with Gordon and such coming through this area. You've worked in government for quite some time, over in the City of Enterprise for a long time as a city clerk, and now in Donaldsonville as the city manager. Tell me about these situations. What's it like on your side of things?
Well, my experience actually goes all the way back to dealing with Opal when I was the county administrator in Troy. I'd been there working there about a week, and then Opal hit.
Nothing like feet to the fire, right? Yeah.
Actually jumped in and learned a lot about dealing with the events, put together the cleanup effort that was involved in that. And then, of course, we had the tornado in Enterprise that was a traumatic, to say the least. But it was an isolated event, but a lot of devastation. It took all the resources available from the federal government and the local governments to put together. We had a lot of help from neighboring communities. So we learned a lot about coordinating with our neighbors and using all the resources that are available to combat those events and get everything back to normal again, hopefully.
Yeah, so those are the, between Hurricane Opal and the Enterprise tornado of 2007, you've been right there on the ground with the two major weather events of the last 2 decades in this area, and today's going to be the third, right, the last 25 years or so.
Today, I think it's going to trump both of those events, the way it's looking. We were talking yesterday, there's only a short bit of land between us and the coast, and the eye of the hurricane seems to be bearing down right down the middle of us, and we're just going to batten down and hold on, and when it's over, we'll we'll deal with whatever comes.
Yeah, in the state of Georgia, are you hearing from the governor's office, Governor Deal, and those folks in Atlanta?
Yes, they've already declared it an emergency, obviously, for the counties involved in our area. Georgia provides tremendous resources to help the local governments. They make it very easy to acquire those resources, and we're able to take advantage of those. One of our city councilman is actually the EMA director, so I have a close connection with him, and he works, Travis Brooks, works very hard to make sure we have the efforts, but there's a good collaboration between the city and the county over there. Georgia sets it up where cities and counties have to work together,
Yeah,
in order to obtain the resources, and we're able to do that. And we work very well together. Everybody pitches in. Excellent volunteer fire units, along with our paid units that the city of Donaldsonville provides, that can get to the people and help them. Our EMS units work very well. And of course, then you have your police and sheriff's department that handles events that goes along with the wind and the damage. But unfortunately, in those events, there's a lot of other things that go on that people try to take advantage of the situations, and that I've seen firsthand that police and our sheriff's department have to be involved in as well.
so they'll be out on the streets as the storm comes through, and we think about those guys too, the first responders who are working hard. We're working too, but I'm in a building all day.
Yes.
I'm not out in the storm with these folks who will be on the front lines, so to speak. Is there anything else you want to throw out while you're here, but before we head to break here?
No, to follow up on what you said, I have a tremendous respect for those first responders who leave their families, sometimes in harm's way, to go out and take it and help the people out there that pay their salaries, but it's not something they do just for pay. I think they do it because they want to do it, and if they didn't, they wouldn't be there. So.
Yeah, definitely a calling, especially in days like today. I mean,
Right.
I left my wife and kids at home too.
Yes.
And so especially for those guys who are out on the front lines in harm's way today, so we certainly wish them the best. All the best to our viewers in Southwest Georgia, Donaldsonville, and even up into Early County and in those areas as well. Thanks for coming by this morning. Always a pleasure to have you on. If there's anything that happens in the community, you need to get some word out, feel free to give us a call.
We'll do that
later today as well. And again, best wishes to our friends in Seminole County. We're going to take a quick break. Live coverage continues. We are here all day long, friends. So stay with us on News 18. It is 6:45. We'll be right back.